Tamika Divine Spiritual Guidance, here live to do a collective reading, looking at the current energy surrounding you and the person that you're currently connected to in love and romance. This is a you versus them reading, and in those readings, we look specifically at all of the energies surrounding that situation between you and that person. Now, we're going to be using both oracle cards and tarot cards to give you the messages you need to hear tonight. And since this is a collective reading, there are no particular signs. This is for anybody that has been led to click and watch this video. So no particular signs. Once again, anybody that has been led to click and watch this video. A few announcements. I have just launched a brand new series. It's called Single and Ready. That's right. And so your girl said, I can't leave you guys hanging today. I've been working hard putting together that content for that series, but I had to make sure that I ended the night with the nightcap. So here I am doing a collective reading for you all. And as a pleasant surprise for some of you that have been waiting, I am also doing mini reads. I'm doing mini reads on this live. So for those beautiful souls that's eager to get a question answered from your favorite tarot reader here, then you need to send a super chat. I'm only accepting super chats of $20 or more. So $20 or more, that's it. Only 5 spots. I'm not going to be on this live all night long. I got to get some rest, but only 5 lucky, beautiful souls. When you send your super chat with your question, I'll answer that after we finish this general collective reading. And of course, each reading will be timestamped for you, so you can come back and watch this video later to see the messages that came out if you happen to need to step away or handle something else. So no worries or sleep, because I know it's late for a lot of you guys, depending on where you're located. So without further ado, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to just set things up so whoever goes ahead and sends their super chat, I have their names ready to go. And those single and ready people, be sure you guys check out that series. It is currently only available to our channel members. So if you are not a member of the channel and you want to go ahead and have access to that 16 episode series, all you have to do is click join. The first 4 episodes were released this evening. So it's really, really good. Check it out. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's go ahead and start your reading. Hey, Queen Star Libra. Hey, Trend. Hey, Lulu. Hey, Lisa. Good to see everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much for the heart. All right, let's do this. Spirit, tell me a little bit about the collective and the person that the collective is currently connected to in love and romance. What is the current energies surrounding the collective and the person that they're connected to in love and romance at this time? We have unworthy. You're a better person than I am. Unworthy. Also have secrets. I haven't told you everything. Secrets. Reminiscing. I miss our inside jokes. Reminiscing. All right, collective. The person that you're currently connected to has a lot of insecurities, a lot of fears, a lot of things about themselves that they know that they really need to work through and really allow themselves to be better at. But the thing about this person is they feel like they're not able to measure up. They look at you as somebody that is on a pedestal, like they put you on a pedestal. They look at you as royalty or very loyal, very kind, very committed, the opposite of everything that they are. But you inspire this person. You make them want to become a better man or a better woman. You are the epitome or the example of the type of person that they can see settling down with. But the blockage is all the secrets and things that have ruined this connection. This is somebody that I believe hasn't been totally honest with you about some things. And because of this, it looks like you're at a distance with reminiscing. So you and them could definitely be in a separation at this time. But with I miss our inside jokes, I think this is a true reflection of both of you. I think you both really enjoy the friendship and the fun you both share with each other, right? But unfortunately, this person has figured out a way to ruin this beautiful love story. All right, let's get some tarot now. What is unworthy? What is unworthy when it comes to this person? Feelings toward the collectives at this time. Four of Swords. And the King of Cups in the reverse. I'm getting you're someone that they should have treated better. Someone that they should have been more emotionally present and vulnerable to. This is someone that knows you have a very soft spot for them. They know that, they also have a lot of love for you. The problem that I'm noticing about this person is they were never really willing to give you their best, give you their all, show you that I do love you. Let me pour my heart out. And they know all of this coldness, this toxic, low vibrational energy has pushed you away. They regret that, seriously. They feel like you are worthy of better treatment. You should have received more emotional intelligence from them and vulnerability because you were a kind person to them. Tell me about this Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this is somebody that is overwhelmed with emotion, but they don't know how to express it. You know how some people come up in very toxic environments with a toxic mom, toxic dad, and they never really learn how to love others. They never seen a good example of how to love others. So when they were in a relationship with you, you may have noticed that they were very cold, very closed off. And then when they were triggered in some type of way, they may have shown up in the relationship that was not so kind. It was kind of heartless. It may have led to the demise of the relationship ultimately. And it's sad because this self-sabotaging behavior is all hidden by this desire, this very strong desire this person has to start fresh. This person really wants to have a new beginning with you, but they think that they're not worthy. They don't deserve you. You're too good for them. They treated you like crap. You were a good person to them. I should have did better. I'm hearing they say, I should have did better. I shouldn't have treated the collective like this. They were good to me. They were loving. They were kind. And I was so mean. Like, they don't deserve me. All right. So what is these secrets? What are these secrets? It says secrets. I haven't told you everything. What is this person hiding? We have the Two of Cups in the reverse and the King of Wands. All right, so this is someone who really wanted to be a single man or a single woman. They never really wanted to commit. They just liked their freedom. They secretly were conflicted on which path they wanted to take. So they saw nothing wrong with having options or sneaking away or doing things behind your back. That's what they haven't told you. It really has destroyed the trust. Whatever behaviors this person has done, it left you with a lot of questions about how honest this person has really been with you, collective. I'm going to be honest with you. This is someone that sees nothing wrong with, doing stuff behind people's back as long as they're getting what they need. They feel like as long as the collective doesn't know, then it doesn't really affect them. If the collective doesn't know I'm a King of Wands, which in, tarot, that can indicate a player. If the collective doesn't know I move with a lot of passion and lust and I'm very unstable, I'm somebody that doesn't stick around in relationships long. If I were to tell the collective this, truth, then I wouldn't have them in my life. This is someone that just doesn't feel comfortable staying in connections long. This is someone who's totally okay with casual, shortly lived, a few weeks, a few days, nothing long term. Can you tell me why that person is okay with this type of behavior? We have the Queen of Cups and the Chariot. Because as long as you are there, showing up for them, loving them, progressing, keeping this relationship going, what's the point of changing what I do? I'm hearing this person say, no matter what I have done, no matter what I have said, the collective always had my back. That's why I had to keep this stuff secret, because the love that the collective was giving me was so good. It was so pure. It was so raw. It was so real. Yeah, with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, this feels like somebody that is now realizing that all of that love is shortly lived. I don't think they expected you to stop giving them all that kind, loving, nurturing, motherly energy. They expected you to always be there nonstop. They expected you to always show up as this Queen of Cups. And it's crazy because I got a match. This person's a King of Cups in the reverse, and you're a Queen of Cups. You guys are really a true divine match. And you guys truly do have a very strong soul tie. So with that, it may have felt hard for you to let this person go. It may have been hard for you to, in fact, truly disconnect from this situation. It had a strong hold on your emotion, like you were so emotionally wrapped up. And I can see why this person played on your emotions and didn't really consider that they have a lot of love for you too. They just knew how to turn that off. They knew how to turn that urge down. Very avoidant, very closed off. It's very much a protection mechanism. And their protection mechanism is because for a lot of you, this may be for a select few of you, they grew up in a very toxic environment where maybe like their mother, their father, other people that they grew up with, their grandparents, what have you, was also very toxic. And so when they were trying to navigate and learn how to love, they may have gotten yelled at. They may have gotten cursed at, abused. So when they went through all of that growing up, they associated love with pain, emotional vulnerability with, as soon as I pour out my heart to other people, the people that I love the most, my parents, the people that raised me, they yell and cuss me out. They beat me. So growing up as an adult, no matter the gender, male or female, this person is exuding energy of the King of Cups in the reverse, very emotionally cold. And to get that love, they do so by way of attaching to people that have pure love, but they play on that emotion to keep them stuck. And that's what this person did. A lot of emotional manipulation here. All right. So they need to go get some therapy. They need something, y'all. I don't know what they need. They need therapy or something. All right, what is this reminiscing? I miss our inside jokes. A lot of reminiscing. This person's thinking a lot about you. Yeah, Three of Pentacles in the reverse, the Lovers in reverse. So the fact that you're disconnecting from this person is not something that they are happy about. They feel like you are making things difficult. But the reason why you're making things difficult, I'm getting, is because this person is not fully committing to you, not fully investing, not surrendering to this karmic soul tie, this karmic bond. The Lovers in the upright speaks of a soulmate connection. When it's in the reverse, it speaks of a karmic soul connection. Remember, I talked about with the King and Queen of Cups, you both are soulmates. And here it is to confirm it was a karmic cycle. You and this person was destined to come together and not work out. And some would call this the twin flame journey. All right. You guys have a lot of things in common, yet not so much. All right. And that one thing is this person's lack of commitment, lack of honesty, running away from love. That's what it is. Yeah. This moon card for you, collective, represents the fantasy, the idea of what this relationship could be, what this cycle could become. And I'm going to be honest. With the moon to the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you may have ignored the red flags, ignored that this cycle was toxic and not healthy. So I would say at the end of the day, you got to be careful. You got to be careful with karmic cycles like this, because I'm sure no matter how much you really did love this person, you didn't feel good with the treatment. And that's all indicators of who this person is and not what you want them to be. We got to stop holding on to potential, right? We got to stop reaching for the potential and the fantasy and take it for what it is. That's what's happening here. We got to stop holding on to the potential and take it for what it is. But let's not ignore the fact that you both do have love for each other, but this is a good example of love not being enough. All right. So that is how we're starting to open this reading. Let's go ahead and look at the current energy surrounding you and this person. Don't forget, we will have only 5 spots available for mini reads tonight on this live. If you're interested, just send a super chat of $20 or more. Only 5. The first 5. Right now we have nobody booked. So 5 spots still available. Spirit, tell me a little bit about the collective and the person that they're currently connected to in love and romance that resonates with this reading. What is the current energy surrounding the collective and this person? Three of Cups in the reverse. The Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. The Three of Wands. Underneath the deck, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. This is someone that feels like they can come and go as they please. That's what I'm getting. They feel like they can come and go as they please. But this is where you have a problem. You don't feel like this person can keep having a revolving door relationship. So this is your story when you know that this was a person that was very inconsistent and would say things like, oh, I need a break, or, oh, I need time to myself, or, you know, we just need to separate for whatever reason. Thank you for the 5, Raha. So for them, that break is over. They feel like, you know what? I'm tired of taking this break from the collective. I'm ready to come home. I'm ready to come home, but I'm scared to face you because remember we saw that this person feels what? They feel unworthy. They feel unworthy. So they're terrified, but they want to come towards you. Yep. So what they do instead is they do this waiting game. That's what they're doing right now. They're playing this waiting game just to see if you're going to take the first step. What they realize during this waiting game is that you're not falling for it. It looks like you're not making an effort. You're not having no energy. You just don't really want to deal with this. You know, that's what I feel. I feel like you're in a space where you're focusing on yourself, your goals, just improving your own energy and your own world. While this person thinks you're crying and wish that they would come back and praying that they would change, do all the stuff that this person puts in their head. Yeah, after this breakup, after whatever last argument, breakup, separation you guys experienced, to be honest with you, collective, this person really thought that it would get you to miss them and want to come back and like let go of the past with the 7 of Wands in the reverse, like just let it go. As long as you're willing to come in, you know, that's their thing. That's why it may have been a while for this person to come in and talk to you. So with your energy, once again, you're just focusing on yourself. You know, I think you are a little disappointed in your decision to stay in this relationship so long because it really didn't manifest into that true 10 of Pentacles that you envisioned. You wanted family. You wanted stability. You're showing up as an Empress in the reverse, no matter the gender, male or female. But this person has depleted and drained your energy source, making you feel so over it. So you have nothing to say as the High Priestess. You're just silent. You're silent. And I'm getting you're manifesting the type of relationship that you do want. And it's not with this person. So you're silently working on improving yourself to have a new, equally yoked connection with someone else. That's what you got going on in your energy. This person is not on your radar. Like, I know a lot of you guys are feeling like, why is this person still coming in my readings, Mika? It's because they won't let this cycle go. They are still wrapped up in this delusion that one day the collective will drop their guard and they will be willing to let me come back. Because there's been times you have. So why would you change now? Can you tell me a little bit as to why this person is still waiting and holding on to this cycle with the collective? Like, why do they want the collective so bad? Because they can come and go as they please. Knight of Wands in the reverse. That's what I'm saying. When they're done doing whatever they do, here they come. For a lot of you, they're entertaining other options. They're, I don't know what they're doing. What are they doing? Yeah, they're turned off by these other options now. So, let me come on back. When I'm tired of running around, when I get exhausted with sleeping around, laying low, spreading it wide, here I come back to your house. Here I come back, hitting up your line, seeing what you're up to. Just to see, Page of Swords, curious, trying to get information to see where you at, what you doing, what you been up to. Are you still single? Page, y'all, page. Understand, Page and Knight, and you're an Empress. Okay, so what is this person's intentions moving forward? Still being a coward, not facing you, not doing much about this relationship, but they will eventually get tired of waiting. They'll also get tired of exploring other options. That's what's going to really motivate them as well with the Two of Wands in the reverse. That's going to make them spin the block with the Chariot in the reverse. Your person could be a Cancer, a Leo, an Aries, a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, a Taurus, an Aquarius, a Libra, that's what I have. That could be you or your person's signs and your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs. Thank you guys for the feedback in the chat. A lot of you guys saying resonate. Awesome. All right, so let's look at your energy, collective. Remember, I only got 5 spots left for mini reads tonight. If anybody's interested, only 5. If not, it's all good. I just know some of you guys are like, are you going to do mini reads? Here I am, ready to do them, and nobody wants to buy any. All right, here we go. For the collective, spirit, tell me more about the collective. How does the collective truly and honestly feel about this person right now in this moment? Virgo Sun says, yes, Mika, you are spot on tonight. Yep. We have the 10 of Cups in the reverse. We have the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Then we have the 8 of Swords. Underneath the deck, we have the Death as well as the Justice in the reverse. You didn't like the way this relationship ended because I don't think that was your intention. Your intention was for you and this person to have a happily ever after. But I think what you're realizing is that that was all an illusion. It was all in your head. It was all in your head. It was something you were holding on to. But you feel like this person treated you so unfairly. You feel like you were robbed, broken down emotionally. And for some of you, you would even say this person was hyper manipulative, very manipulative, very toxic, played with your emotions, and it created disconnect. What I'm noticing about your energy is a lot of swords. And, air sign represents the mind, thoughts. So psychologically, I think there's been a lot of questions, unanswered questions you have going on with this person because they were not someone who was totally honest with you, right? We saw this at the beginning of the reading, all the secrets this person had. So you always were like on the edge of your seat trying to figure out what the heck is this person got going on. And for some of you, that is kind of what kept you invested for so long as well. You were like trying to crack the case, crack the code, understand them on a deeper level. Ask yourself, am I crazy? That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to keep you wound up in the cycle. Second guessing yourself until you just said, you know what, I'm not going to fight for this relationship. I'm not going to fight for a relationship with someone who doesn't want to commit to me. I'm not going to, fight for someone who is scared to build a life with me. They told me they wanted a life. They told me they wanted this, but they're not showing me this. Why am I here? This is conversations you were having with yourself. And all that is a turnoff. It slowed the momentum down. It slowed it all the way down when you started putting the pieces to the puzzle together. Virgo Sun said, yeah, I said those exact words. Yeah. And it's sad, really, because like we talked about, what you need to know, collective, this person really did love you. They just self-sabotage a beautiful love story. Yep. So you ghosted or pulled your energy back. And it hurts you to have to do that. It hurts you to have to let go of the very thing you love the most. But when you really think about it, and you really think about what you were dealing with, did you love an honest person, or did you love the idea of what they said they could be? Because I think the truth is this person sold you a dream. They said a lot of things, made a lot of promises, a lot of false things that they were going to do, and it never manifested. And that's all the lies that piled up over the years. So, big karmic lesson, because this is a karmic cycle. Can you tell me, Spirit and the collective, what was the big karmic lesson to be learned in this love story? Know what you want. Page of Swords. Know what you want in love. Don't settle for less. I think when you met this person, you were being a little naive. Respectfully, I'm not trying to bash. But you really just kind of move with emotions instead of logic. So this is a karmic lesson of turning your feelings off for just a smidge in the beginning phases of a relationship and moving with pure intentions of learning who that person is and accept them as face value. You either say, wow, this person's a good fit, or no, they don't fit into my life. And be okay with saying no. Because you had standards. That wasn't the issue. You're somebody that's very traditional. You value connection, commitment. Many of you guys wanted to marry this person, or at least take this relationship to the next level. Something more traditional. So this is a karmic lesson of honoring your true self, your values, what you know you actually want, not settling for less than you deserve. Yes. What is the collective's intentions moving forward here with this person? We have the Hierophant and the Six of Cups. One more, Spirit, with the Nine of Cups. So now I think there is still the desire for you to want to make things right with this person, but you know, like emotionally, it's like, let me just say this. I think emotionally wise, you still are emotionally invested, but you know for a fact that this person's not good for you. With the Ace of Cups in reverse, it's almost like you saying, I still love this person, Mika. We have a lot of history together. We may even have kids together. I love them, but love just isn't enough. So you intend to retract your love offer, but it doesn't change how you feel. That's what I'm getting, because really, I think that was the problem. It's like a lot of things about this relationship was like great. Like I feel like this is probably one of the best relationships you had until this person started lying and deceiving and doing stuff. Like if you would take all that out of the equation, I think you guys would have been like truly like a perfect match. And that's what I think you're intending to do, is not lose sight of that and still honor that, but maybe just with someone else who treats you better. That's kind of what I'm getting. So the emotional state is still, it's still hard to break free from, but that's the impact that this karmic cycle was trying to teach you, to not move with all the emotions, but move with logic. Anything else? Yeah. I don't think you have anything to worry about finding love. A lot of you guys may not see this now, but I see in the near future for some of you getting a lot of attention, especially I'm getting in the spring and summer. As you're going outside, more people are going to start noticing you and be trying to get your attention. Some of you guys may be getting DMs, people talking to you, like whatever could really get you going, I guess I would say. Cassandra, thank you so much for the $49.99. You're so sweet. Thank you, boo. I owe you. I owe you. Thank you. So don't think it's over. That's what I want to say. Don't think that it's all doom and gloom from here. I would say this is just a toxic cycle. You've learned about being careful with people that sell you dreams and pay attention to the red flags. Yeah, with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, I don't know if a lot of you guys are wanting a relationship per se. I think you guys are just going to embrace the attention, or Spirit is encouraging you to get outside and embrace the attention. Know that you are attractive. Know that people want to get your attention. You know what I'm saying? I think in the spring, March, it may not be the season to find your forever person. Collective. Remember, this is a collective reading, so it may or may not be your story, but a lot of you guys just need to like get out of hermit mode. Because I saw with the High Priestess, a lot of you guys are really silent. You're isolating. You're closed off. You're not really putting yourself out there in love. You're just kind of like sitting in the doom and gloom. And Spirit's like, come on, go out there. You don't necessarily have to have a relationship right now, but just enjoy life. You know, there's a lot of life out there. All right. You could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. A lot of water here, a lot of emotion in this reading, or have that predominantly in your chart. Also got Gemini. I got Leo, Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. A lot of water. That's a big part of today's reading. All right. So I'm going to leave you guys with some advice from Spirit. if you resonate with this reading. And then we're going to start our mini read portion. Cassandra, my goodness, I didn't expect her to send that big super chat. She's so sweet. But if anybody else would like to get readings, we do have 4 spots available. So go ahead and book your spot. 4 spots available. I need to change it and say 4 spots, not 5 spots. All right, Spirit, what advice besides getting outside and enjoy all this attention? Because you're vibing high. I think a lot of you guys have spent enough time in hermit mode, enough time hiding. The weather is starting to warm up. You got to get outside and just, walk your dog, go to the park, take your kids somewhere, go to events. Walk around your neighborhood, right? Get into your fitness, whatever, just to get out of the house. Get out of the house. What advice do we have for the collective moving forward in their love life? We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and the King of Wands in the reverse. Spirit is warning you. This is a warning. That King of Wands that came up, your ex, here they come. They're going to come back by the end of the month for a repeated cycle. Some of you guys may have recently heard from them. If you haven't heard from them, they will come back. Okay. And they're coming in for a fun time, not a long time, to kind of fix and repair the relationship with you because they feel abandoned. This person is starting to feel a little different. At first, it was very cocky and it was very sure that you would chase them. And now they're starting to feel like, oh, okay, yeah, I need to come back because the collective could be gone for good. Yeah, they see you mean business. Queen of Swords. You have standards. You have boundaries. You're very direct with what it is and what it ain't. And they're sweating. They're stressed. So if you're someone who is knowing that you're done with repeating this karmic cycle with this person, you've seen everything you need to see. You know everything you need to know. Beware. Here they come. Keep them blocked. That's what Spirit is warning you. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, tell me about this cycle. We have the Hermit and the Death card and the Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, this person wants to come out of hermit mode. They're tired of being alone. They're feeling lonely, but they don't plan to commit. This is somebody that still wants that non-conventional relationship, still lying, cheating, scheming, doing their thing. All right. But they still have love for you. Look at that. Their emotions have changed. They went from the King of Cups in the reverse. Now they're really in their feels for you. King of Cups in the upright. Yeah, the truth is they do have love for you, but it's their behavior is not changing. The emotion is still heavy, but the behavior is not changing. Like, you can't do nothing with that. So you have options. All right, that's what I have for you, beautiful collective. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Now, we're going to switch gears and we're going to go to our mini read portion. Remember, if you send a super chat of $19.99 or more, I will answer your question live and every question will be timestamped. So I'm looking forward to hear your questions. Remember, it is a $19.99 super chat. If you send something less, your question will not be answered. Okay. First, we have Miss Cassandra. All right, Miss Cassandra, let's go ahead and begin your reading. You said, what is JG's current logic for watching me in secret? And will his own actions eventually expose him? All right, let's see. For your reading today, we're going to dive deep, Cassandra, because you're so sweet to send such a very, very generous super chat. So we'll just start off with a general energy check-in between you and JG. And then we'll go into why he is watching you in secret. And we'll go into, will his actions eventually expose him? All right, let's get started. Spirit, tell me about Miss Cassandra. Miss Cassandra and JG. Cassandra and JG. What is the current energies surrounding Cassandra and JG right now in this moment? You're very welcome, boo. Love you too. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. The Four of Cups in the reverse. And the Two of Cups. Underneath the deck, we have the Fool and the Nine of Cups in the reverse. This is like an energy of him saying things are not going to as he thought. Things are not going according to plan. So that's why he's watching you, I feel. He's kind of trying to figure you out. Yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Three of Wands in reverse, he's tired of waiting on you to chase him or say something to him. It's very disappointing that you're moving in the energy that you are now. What is that energy that Cassandra's moving in, Spirit? Yeah, you're sneaking away. He's like, what is Cassandra doing? She's sneaking away from me? What she got going on? What is the Seven of Swords? Yeah, you sneaking away, you're talking to other people. According to him, he's looking at you as this single woman that's out possibly talking to other people or getting attention elsewhere. Yeah. So according to him, I'm not really getting spying per se, but he is becoming quite curious. Now with the spying, that can be different things. Let's be clear. Spying energy could be someone watching tarot readings. They can be asking people about you. They can be looking you up online. You know, it's so accessible now for people to be able to look into you behind the scenes without it being traced. So there is a strong possibility that he is panicking at the least. That's what I'm getting. I'm not necessarily getting the spying, but he could be, you know, I wouldn't put it past him. It's making him reflect. Your actions of sneaking away is making him really reflect about your connection and how much he may have ruined things. So to not make matters worse, he's kind of just like sitting there and just starting to panic. Yeah. He feels like this is turned into a complete disaster. Tell me more about this Tower. Yeah, the fact that you are responding to his behavior in the way you did by sneaking away, it's making him feel like this is just, you're taking things way too far. You're doing way too much. Like this is affecting him on an emotional level more than anything. I'm seeing a lot of cups, a lot of emotional triggers going on with him. Now you with the Four of Cups in the reverse and the Three of Cups and the Nine of Swords, you're kind of triggered that he's not wanting to come back together with you. It's kind of like disappointing you. You would kind of like to at least be friends, I would say. But he's not giving you friendly vibes. So you're just kind of releasing that idea and trying your best to move forward. I think there was a period where you were like hoping as soon as you left or pulled away, he would kind of like chase or say something or do something. And at that point, it didn't happen. So you're just like, oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, this could definitely be a very difficult time emotionally for him. And he's just trying to really understand what you're up to. In his mind, you're definitely single, out getting attention elsewhere. You gotta be. If you're not talking to me, you gotta be out doing something, and it's making him panic. Man, that's sad. So is he watching? Is he watching Cassandra? Is JG watching Cassandra? Yes. We have the Lovers and the Page of Swords. Yeah, he's definitely stalking you. Definitely. Page of Swords in reverse is stalking. It's not even spying. It is a stalker card, okay? And with the Lovers, that's one of his pastimes. One of his pastimes is, oh, let me see what Cassandra's doing today, you know? Let me see, yeah. Let me see what she's up to. Now, with the Two of Cups in reverse, he doesn't want a relationship with you. And he feels like there's a lot of disconnect with you. So that's why he's kind of he just kind of watches you from afar. The issue with you and him is he likes it as long as he's being pursued and chased by you. He likes it as long as you're showing up for him. He likes it if you're looking like the desperate one needing him. He not dare pursue you. He not dare apologize. He not dare chase. But he will watch just to see what you got going on. That's what he's got going on. All right. So that's what I have with that portion. Your next question is, will his own actions eventually expose him? All right. So will his actions eventually expose him? Thank you for the 20, guys. I'll get to you guys next. You're next in line. With the Page of Wands and the Eight of Cups in reverse. Five of Swords in reverse. He's going to eventually want to come back. Yeah. You know, he's a Knight of Wands in reverse, Cassandra. So he's definitely a man that is definitely not content with letting you get away. That would be the last thing he would want to see happen, is you getting away for good. So I highly recommend that you continue going no contact and blocking him, because he's going to continue being this revolving door in your life as long as you allow him. If you don't allow him to come back, then eventually I feel like he has no power. Like, people only can come in if you allow them. But if you have them blocked or you keep ignoring them, then boom, eventually it is what it is. Now with the Page of Wands, it just feels very casual. It feels like he feels the inspiration, the curiosity of it all, but he's not like stressed to come back right now. It's like, I'm curious. Yeah. He's not going to come back if he feels like you don't want a reconciliation. That's why. So that's why it's a Page of Wands and not like a King of Wands or an Emperor with the Eight of Cups in reverse. It's not strong enough. His energy and his desire is not strong enough to come back. But what he does want is he wants to chase. He wants the chase. That's what he wants. All right. Now, as far as him being exposed, Page of Swords in the reverse to the Six of Wands. He knows how to lie to people, and he knows how to keep everybody keeping up that good image of him. So I feel like he's not somebody that is going to get caught up anytime soon. He's just a man, I feel, that secretly wants to be a single man that doesn't get emotionally invested in any kind of connection. It doesn't matter with who. He wants to just kind of do his own thing. But he will keep up an image, I feel, of someone that is important. I think he gives himself a strong sense of importance that make people kind of look up to him and admire him because of what he says. I hope that makes sense. So he may have a reputation and people believe him. He's very good with being convincing. But the truth is, he's not being very honest. So people will believe him. People typically believe his lies and they want to trust him. They put a lot of trust into him. And that may have been some of the reasons why the connection with you and him kind of lasted too, because he's good with his words. The gift of gab, as they say. All right, that's what I have for you, Miss Cassandra. I hope that helped bring a little bit more clarity to your situation. I'm so glad that you are standing firm on your boundaries and honoring yourself. You definitely do deserve better. Definitely do deserve better. All right, next we have J444J. Yeah, he gets away with a lot. Exactly, he does. Definitely does. I can see that. And it's like, because people kind of like let him do it because they have a lot of trust. And because of his role, I think in the community, I think a lot of people respect him and they wouldn't believe that he really is, you know, a toxic person. And I tell people all this all the time. A lot of the more powerful people are narcissists. People don't realize this. You know, narcissists are really good at being like CEOs, major Fortune 500 company owners. These people are very good with convincing people, controlling people. Like they like that leadership. They like to create a posse of followers, a cult, as you would, what they call it, the flying monkeys, you know, and you talk about narcissists type of terminology. They like to create a tribe of people that support them and lift them up when they're deceiving everybody to make them believe that there's something that they're really not. And that's kind of what I feel like he's created. He's created this group of people, maybe his family, his friends, who believe in him because of his role and the way he kind of finesses people. I don't know. Something like that. All right. J444J, are you here? Are you here before we start your reading? Remember, we only have 2 more spots available for anybody interested in getting a mini read. Only 2. So go ahead and book it while you can. Here we go. Your question, J444J, is, are the guy and I was dealing with and his best friends playing games with me, or am I misinterpreting the situation? So you want to know, are they playing games and his best friends, or are you misinterpreting the situation? All right, so let's do an energy check-in and see what's going on between you and the guy you're dealing with. What has he got going on? The video is blank. It doesn't look blank. Refresh your page. I can see everything okay. I don't know what's going on. Can y'all hear and see me okay? Chat, can y'all hear and see me okay? Yes. Okay, great. All right, let's do it. Let's do your reading. Spirit, tell me about J4444J. What is the current energies between J4444J and the person that she was dealing with and his friends? What is the current energy surrounding that situation between her and them? 5 of Swords. Queen of Swords in the reverse. 9 of Pentacles. Underneath the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Moon in the reverse with the Hierophant. You know, this is somebody that is playing a lot of head games and mind games with you. They really are. And you're pissed. You're showing up as a Queen of Swords in reverse. So I think it's very intentional what this person is doing here. The reason why is because this is somebody that It's toxic. I'm getting they very vindictive, very low vibrational, and they like to trigger you. So yes, it was intentional to trigger you in some type of way. Why were they triggering J444J? What was that about? Why were they doing that? It looks like this person was interested in someone else. I don't know if you were pursuing this person romantically in some type of way, but I'm getting a third person involved here, a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that they're trying their best to try to have a reconciliation or some type of connection with. And it could be the friend, like they're trying to make good with the friend or somebody else in the background. I don't know. But it was almost like trying to sabotage the situation with you for whatever reason in order to make space to be single and pursue this other situation here with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I think this Queen of Pentacles in reverse doesn't want your person because they have found that there's no real potential. And I think that it has something to do also with this person taking advantage of this Queen of Pentacles. I think this is somebody that's kind of a user, whoever this person you're asking about. They like to just kind of use people and play games with people. They don't really take stuff seriously. What was their true intentions with J4444J? Yeah, you were just going to be like a side piece or somebody to just play around with. Yeah, and it looks like it didn't work out. I'm getting with the Queen of Swords in the reverse. You're definitely somebody that speaks their mind. And when you started getting irritated with this person and their behavior, playing the games, you may have cussed them out or called them out on their BS. And that really made them realize, oh, wow, okay. You or your person could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I'm also getting a lot of fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or Capricorn. All right. And water, but that's the main energy. Let me know if it resonates. J4444J. Very toxic person, by the way. Very low vibrational, like intentionally causing issues, like very immature. You know those people that just do stuff. If they're triggered, they like try to hurt people, like hurt people. That's what I think you're dealing with. All right, you got silent, so I don't know if it resonates, but that's what I got. All right. So it looks like we only have one spot left. Only one spot left. Okay. So if you have not booked your spot and you are eager to get a question answered on this live, one spot left. Okay. So I would love to answer it for you. All right. If you have any more questions about the situation, boo, you're going to have to book you another spot. We got to move on. Next we have, because I really answer way more than what you paid for. So I hope that helps. We got 85 Taurus. 85 Taurus. 85 Taurus. Are you here? '85 Taurus. Yes, you're here. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. All right, 85 Taurus. You want to know, what is AN's feelings towards me? And is he in a relationship already? All right, let's see. Big shout out to Miss Cassandra, J4444J, and 85 Taurus. Thank you guys for your super chats. I really appreciate it. After this one, we have Genesis. Thank you guys so much for your support tonight. Spirit, tell me about 85 Taurus. What is AN's true and honest feeling towards 85 Taurus right now in this moment? We have the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Three of Cups. All right. What's this? Three of Cups, Nine of Cups, Page of Cups. All right. So yes, there was a third party. I am seeing that. All right. I am seeing that. It looks like they feel, this is not what's actually happening, but this is what they feel. This person feels like they do want to get back together with you. So they're thinking about how to make this thing happen. Like, what is the right words to say? What is the right things to do? That's going to convince you to trust them and make them happy. So in other words, what you're dealing with is somebody, who is in deep contemplation. They really do feel like they can't really take action towards you right now. Why the Four of Swords? Because they don't want to fully commit right now. Even if he's willing to like let go of whatever third parties that are in the way of the connection between you two, he's still not in a space or an energy or a vibration of wanting to commit. It's just wanting to gain control back of the situation. He feels like relinquishing you out of his life is losing his control or the possessive energy surrounding whatever you guys had. He looks at you as like his property, somebody he doesn't want to let go of. Why is that? The Tower in the reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse. He wants to avoid any kind of issues that are going to lead to losing you for good. But he doesn't necessarily want to fully give you what you need. He doesn't want to change. That's what I keep hearing. I'm not trying to change. I'm not trying to be different. This is a man that's stuck in their ways. And that's what you may have noticed, that he's very content with his lifestyle and what he has going on, but not content to want to be able to change. So he knows he would have to let go of the third party. He may do that. Will he do that like fully? Two of Cups in the reverse and Justice in reverse. Temporarily, with the Two of Cups in reverse, Justice in reverse, and the Knight of Cups in reverse, that tells me that he will feel like, I don't want to have to lose that person either. So to answer your question, as thorough as I can, this is a man, boo, that does not want to change. He may try to come back to keep you in his energy, to have you as an option. It's like a toy. You know how kids, they play with a toy and then they kind of get tired of it and then they put it on a shelf. And then it's like, okay, well, let me go see if there's something else that I can go play with. Let me go play with that. I'm bored with it, so let me go back. Oh, no, you're not supposed to leave yet. No, don't go nowhere now, 85 Taurus. I'm not done playing with you. I just had to put you on a shelf, and I'm going to come back and play with you when I feel like it. That's what he does. Without having to really change the levels of commitment. So this is a habitual time waster, in other words. All right. You are this person. Well, I know you're probably a Taurus, but this person could be they can be a air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and some Earth. But I think that Earth energy is you. He's a Taurus too. I got Earth too. Yeah. So yeah, that fixed sign energy, him being a Taurus, is very like hard to shift. You know, as a Taurus, it's hard to shift your belief system, your thought system. You know, when you have your mindset on how you're going to operate and live your life, no one can make you change that. And that's how he is. You're welcome. You're very welcome. 85 Taurus. And Miss Cassandra, you're very welcome. Okay, guys. We're about to go now to Miss Genesis. Miss Genesis, are you still here? And after Miss Genesis, our last reading of the night will be with Eternal Butterfly 08. Thank you guys so much for those that donated to the channel tonight to get your reading for almost the free 99. Because y'all know my readings are very expensive. So that is appreciated. Here we go, Genesis. I see you're here. Big shout out to our soul tribe. If you are a member of our channel, we have launched our Single and Ready series. Woohoo! So if you haven't checked it out, check out the playlist. We'll have all of the episodes in order. You can also check out the community tab, Soul Tribe. I posted a link to that playlist. Go ahead and save that playlist or save the link, because periodically I'll be uploading different episodes. Okay, we already got the first 4 episodes available to you. And for those of you who are not members of the channel, I do have an introductory episode absolutely free for you to preview to get an idea of what this series is all about. It's 16 episodes and it's amazing for those that are dating, plan to get out there and date, or just wanting the information of how to, you know, make sure you attract the right partner. So it's really very informative, putting a lot of work and energy into it. And right now, I think it's being well received. Y'all let me know, Soul Tribe. Once I finish the 16 episode series, I'll have it available for purchase on my website. All right. Here we go, Genesis. You want to know, what does E want? What does E want? I have gone no contact and have blocked multiple methods of communication. It's been almost a year and he still finds his way, even pretends to be other people. Oh yeah. All right, so let's see. Spirit, tell me a little bit about E. What is E's honest and true intentions with Genesis? She's blocked him. She doesn't want to deal with him. Why does he keep trying to reach out? Even with the pretend numbers. We have the Hermit in the reverse. The 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Lovers. Underneath the deck, we have the 5 of Swords in the reverse and the 8 of Wands in the reverse. So this is like him saying, okay, I'm going to get out of my head. I know it's been a year. I haven't talked to you, but I miss you. I miss you. I'm feeling lonely. I want to fix and repair and recover this relationship with you. I feel like this, you know, bond that we share is undeniable. I really feel like this person, E, plays a lot of head games and mind games. So he may have ruined his reputation with you, you know? But it looks as if he's trying his best to like not be like that. But at the same time, it took him a lot of strength to get out of hermit mode and come and talk to you. So that is a big red flag for me. And I'm sure for you to consider you've had all this time to reach out to Genesis and you just now want to do this a year later. Who does that, right? So he wants to do whatever he can to make things right. Why does he want to do that? Because he has a lot of passion for you. I'm getting a lot of sexual energy as well from him. A lot of sexual frustration with this King of Wands energy. Like as long as we can knock the boots, have passionate exercises, make things right, it will be all good. But let's be honest. You don't want to work on that reconciliation. He knows it, but he's going to try. King of Wands is someone who doesn't give up. This is someone who's very determined. They're going to keep trying. They're going to keep trying. Like, that's why he keeps reaching out. He's determined. He's determined. He feels like at some point, Genesis, you're going to drop your guard. Why? Because you dropped it in the past. So he's like, okay. He looks at you as somebody very codependent and very weak. I'm not calling you weak, but you know those people that get lonely and got to be with somebody. Like, he feels like you're that kind of chick. I don't think you're that. I think your vibration and your energy has increased to a higher frequency. You're not the same woman you used to be. Maybe you were very emotionally vulnerable at one point, but he's not realizing that that energy is different. Like, you're not moving like that anymore. Yeah. I think you are, you're focusing more on like connecting with friends, family. I'm just like getting you just going back to having fun, doing your thing. You may consider even dating other people. Like, I just don't think this person is your focus. But according to them, they gotta like that. They can change your mind. They gotta like that, Genesis. I don't know who this is, but they like, our bond is so deep. The love we have is for each other with this lover's energy. Could be a Gem. You could be a Gemini. They could be a Gemini. Got Virgo here, Aries. Got Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Libra. The bond is so deep, you ain't going nowhere, according to them. All right. Let me know if it makes sense, boo. Genesis said, just because I'm nice, people don't believe when you say you don't want them. Exactly. He's one of those. He don't believe you. He feels like, oh, she just talking. She don't really mean that. But I see your energy here. You're tired of it. You reach your limit. Everybody has limits. Yep. All right. Last but not least. Hey, Robert. How you doing? Last but not least, we have Eternal Butterfly. Eternal Butterfly 08. All right, Eternal Butterfly 08. You want to know, you've been on a deep heart healing journey. That's great. That's beautiful. And sometimes you feel like 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. And I'm doing the right healing work. You want to know, am I doing the right healing work? I know, Mika, I know healing isn't linear. Yeah, I was just about to say that. What you're experiencing is normal. Y'all, my power is acting like it want to go. Y'all see that? Great. I hope I don't lose the connection. If I lose the connection, there it is. All right. Can y'all hear and see me okay? I hope you guys can hear and see me okay. Hold on, I'm just making sure. Okay. All right. Okay. I think I'm good. I'm good. Um, so yeah, the healing journey, you're right, is nonlinear. However, what you're experiencing is very normal. And what I mean is you're going to have triggers. You're going to have things that's going to kind of like make you think back on the past. You're going to have things that's going to take you right back to the space that's making you feel pain, making you feel the loss, making you ruminate or reminisce. When that happens, the spiritual work that has to happen is you got to transmute that energy. You got to transmute that thought, and you got to do something to get your mind off of the triggers, the negative, the pain. Some practical exercises would be as soon as you start thinking of something negative, refocus your energy on something positive, whether it's like listening to an upbeat song, right? Um, Start doing a task, right? Put your mind at ease by focusing on something else. Also, cut out the factor that's the trigger as much as possible. So, for example, if it's a love situation, block them. Don't talk to them. Don't communicate with them. Don't look at their socials. Like, that person is dead to you at this point. Because if you keep trying to check on them, if you keep that window of opportunity open, then you're opening up that window for you to not really heal. So, spiritual baths are great, which is Epsom salt basically. Listening to very high vibrational music or meditating, prayer, spending time in nature, putting your feet into the ground, grounding your energy, or just like I say, engaging in passions or hobbies or things that make you feel fun. Yeah. All right. So I hope that kind of helps before we started your reading to kind of give you some ideas of things you can do practically, like put into practice to kind of help you with whatever you're experiencing. But let's pull some cards and see what comes through in the reading. So your question specifically is, are you doing the right work to heal? Tell me about Eternal Butterfly 08, Spirit. Eternal Butterfly 08. Is Eternal Butterfly 08 doing the right spiritual work to heal right now in this moment? We have the Star in the reverse, the Three of Swords. Underneath the deck, we have the Two of Cups and the Hermit in the reverse. So yeah, it is something dealing with like a painful relationship. I think you're disappointed by someone breaking your heart. And you're trying your best to isolate or disconnect from this love situation. So transmuting the energy is going to be vital. Cutting the person off. If you have like friendships or connections with the friends or family of this individual, then I would limit or totally cut them off too, because these are triggers. And really start pouring into stuff that's going to make you feel like you're empowering yourself. So if you want to improve your health, pour more into your fitness. You want to improve your finances, learn more about how to budget and increase your financial literacy. If you want to learn how to find healthy love, go ahead and join Mika Divine Spiritual Guidance Soul Tribe, my membership, because we just started a Single and Ready series, you know. Or you can watch any other different things out there from a trusted spiritual advisor, life coach, what have you, dating coach, whatever. Whatever you feel like you need to do in order to get to a better space for yourself. Because now the focus is no longer on the pain, on the situation. It needs to be focused on what can I do now to get to a better space. And before you know it, you're going to begin to start not really caring about them anymore. because you're focusing on other things, you know? So it takes time. That's why it's non-linear, but those are things that I think can help expedite the process. Anything else she needs to know? We have the Nine of Swords and the Two of Cups. Yeah, stop thinking about this person. Stop replaying the relationship in your head. Like, I think you go right back to the relationship in your mind and it triggers. So like I say, transmuting the energy will be vital and helpful to you. All right. Eternal Butterfly 08. I hope all that information was very helpful for you. You said that it was. And I thank you so much for sharing that with us. I think it did help somebody else in the crowd needing to learn how to navigate through their healing journey as well. All right, guys, we're going to close the reading right now. It is storming out here. I'm sure you guys can tell my light's been flickering. Guys, on the next one, timestamps for those that have purchased a mini read on this live will be available shortly. Thank you all so much for coming. Take care. Namaste. Good night, everyone. See you on the next one. Bye.